Damn, there ain't no start live stream button. You just hit stream and it goes live. Wow. What's up, fellas? It's Tony here. Welcome back to Man Cave Studios, where my TV is malfunctioning. We are watching the Tampa Bay Rays as they look for the sweep over the Texas Rangers, who they struggle mightily against on the road. But they've won two of the first two games at home. And like I said, looking for the sweep. Got my scorebook up here, so I'm going to try my best to score the game. The way that I score is I only do the Rays. I don't do the opposition because I don't care about the opposition, and that's not good for paper. So I love being non-committal and going halfway. Yes. What's today? Today's the 6th, 5th? That's right. Tomorrow is the 6th because the new Volbeat album comes out tomorrow. This is going to be a good one, I think. I mean, Texas came on strong at the end of the game yesterday. Tampa beat them 5-1 the day before that. So, especially with what the broadcasters have talked about in the first games of the Houston series, or the last game of the Houston series, about, if you wind up somehow in a tiebreaker with these teams, the Rays can't have the advantage in the games that they've won because they got swept in Texas in early April. But it's better to have that tiebreaker be something else than head-to-head. Because if they lose this game, then they lose out on the head-to-head. Is Bruce Bochy still the manager of Texas? I don't keep up with MLB as much as I probably should. Oh well. Let's see how many views we get on the stream. I doubt it's going to be a lot. We're just kind of testing the waters here. I've tried this type of thing before and have struggled to make it interesting, so I'm going to try to make it interesting. But I'm not a very interesting person. So this is going to fail miserably, is what I'm saying. Alright. Let's hope we have a good ump today, man. Been screwed with a couple of bad umps recently. I don't have the patience. Not today, fellas. Not today. Taylor Wall's ejection was pretty big news. Why, I don't know. I guess because he got as mad as he did. But he was completely justified. Which is probably why it went viral, because everybody was talking about how bad the umpires were. That was a brutal... Balls and strikes in that game were brutal for both teams as well. Houston probably got screwed more than the Rays in that one, and they won that game. That was a 1-0 game. Like the one pitch that was well in the zone that was called a ball. Oh man, when I was back on Twitter consistently, I used to love checking umpire scorecards after every game. But then I completely got off everything. So now that's the one thing that I miss, I think, more than anything else. Of course, I'd have to go back. I might go back now and just look and see what that scorecard was. Walls is in the lineup today, so he's playing short, like usual. Danny Jansen, they've moved him down to the 9th spot. That's not good. I never remember these guys' numbers, dude. Josh Lowe is 16, right? 15. Brandon Lau is 8. Yandy is 2. Ronda is 62. Caminero is 13. Meisner hasn't been around long enough for me to remember. 26, I want to say? Yeah. See, last year I was just putting lefty or righty because I like to keep track of that more than numbers. But I don't feel like it this year. because I can't remember that either. Taylor Walls. What number is he? I cannot remember what number he is. 6. Danny Jansen. I don't even know if Danny Jansen's played in a game that I've recorded so far. Yeah, he has. 19. Alright, who's on the mound? Ryan Pepio? Sick. 44. This is going to be a good one. Pepio versus Leiter. This might be the one game in the series where Texas gets a good pitching performance. They have been brutal all series. And what's been funny is that the first game of this series was started by Maley, who was, I want to say, the 3rd overall pick in his draft, which was 20. Never mind, it wasn't Maley. Oh, it's because, okay. Yesterday's game was started by Kumar Rocker, who was 3rd overall, and I want to say 23? 22. And then today is started by Maley, who was 2nd overall, the year of which I forget. Or Leiter, I mean, not Maley. 2nd overall, 2021. So it'd be great if we swept. That'd be cool. Alright, hold on. I gotta lock in and respond to a text message. Alright, we locked in, we sent the text, and now we get back to watching baseball. Need to up the volume on this. I like how they're talking about Jake Mangum and he's not even in the lineup. They definitely playing the segment out, thinking that he was going to start today, and he's not. You got Morel in left, Meisner in center, Josh Lowe in right, and then 3rd to 1st, Caminero, Walls, Lau, Aranda, and then DHing is Diaz, catching is Jansen. Danny Jansen. Danny Jansen for me was a no-brainer to be a Tampa Bay Ray at the beginning of the year. Because the Rays had no catchers, and Danny Jansen was a catcher who hit better than 100. So, because he was an unrestricted free agent, the Rays decided to sign him, and he wasn't going to be too expensive. So, good for them. Wow. It's like Bryson Stott. Mangum's batting average and when he's down in the count is 300, he just said. That's crazy. Charlie Ramos is a home plate umpire. Okay, well, his name I don't know, so that is good. Heck yeah, they are. Man, that's brutal. But good. I don't like Corey Seager. Rays killer, Corey Seager. 302 average in 39 career games, 19 extra base hits, 33 RBIs, including postseason. Yeah, that was brutal. That was brutal. I can't believe how good Aranda's still doing this late in the season. 326 average. They wanted to. There were fans that wanted him traded at the deadline last year. Now, where would we be if that happened? That's why you don't let fans make the management decisions. Because I was not one to defend him necessarily. I said he should have been sent down earlier than he was, which they didn't really have a choice. But I never thought they should have traded him, got rid of him in any way. Thought he just needed some time. He's young. He's a young guy. How do I? Okay. All right. We got 12 minutes to game time. See, I have a new scorebook this year, so I'm trying to figure it out. Because the one that I had last year was a little simpler than this. This is my scorebook. I started this middle of last year when I was watching these games and was transfixed, but felt like I wanted to do more with them. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to buy a scorebook and start scoring them, and that seems to have done the trick. So who are we facing on the Texas side of things? Smith, Langford, Seager, Jung, Osuna, Semien, Garcia, Berger, Heim. Okay. Their offense has been suboptimal the last couple seasons since the World Series. Hopefully that stays the same. Though when they played the Rays earlier in the season, they looked like a World Series caliber team, and then they lost 2 of 3 to the Cubs, and then they got swept by Seattle. And then they swept the Angels, lost 2 of 3 to the Dodgers, okay. Lost 2 of 3 to the Athletics, lost 2 of 3 to the Giants, so they lose 2 of 3 a lot. Lost 2 of 3 to the Athletics again. Actually, no, they lost 3 of 4 to the Athletics, and then they lost 2 of 3 to Seattle and Boston, and then they finally won a series against Detroit, and then they swept Colorado. Everybody sweeps Colorado, except the Marlins, apparently. The Marlins get swept by Colorado. That's, whew, yikes. And I thought the Rays were bad for having lost to them for one game earlier in the year, not swept them. And then they split with Houston, who's also, they got swept by the Yankees. Lost 2 of 3 to the White Sox. Lost 2 of 3 to Toronto. Won 2 of 3 against St. Louis. And now they've lost 2 against Tampa. So they are, let's see. See if I can do quick math. Since May, they have gone 1-5 against AL East teams. Now, they've only played the Yankees and Boston. Oh, never mind. They played Toronto, too. So, they are 2-7 against AL East teams. Or they were in May. But before that, they were 6-1 because they took 3 of 4 against Boston. Wow. Yeah, Texas really is heading in the wrong direction right now. But everybody's still in it because nobody's pulled away in any regard. I mean, Detroit, New York, they're the untouchables. Houston is only like a game into the division lead. Same for Seattle. Minnesota and Cleveland are fighting for the top wild card spot. Then Toronto is somehow, well, I guess Toronto played earlier today, so they are holding on to the last wild card spot as of right now. They beat the Phillies 9-1. Woof. Phillies are a team that's really trending in the wrong direction. Lost 3, or they've only won 3 out of their last 10. It's brutal. So yeah, if the Rays win today, and Seattle, I don't know if it matters what Seattle does. Regardless, in terms of record, the Rays would be in a wild card spot with a win. Of course, it's still May, but I think, again, like I said in the podcast the other day, yesterday I think it was, or 2 days ago, the only thing that some team needs to do to make the playoffs is just go on a run at some point, preferably in August too. The Rays are on a run right now. They just need to keep it up. Toronto's on a run too. Seattle's sliding like I thought they would. Kansas City is sliding. Boston is nowhere. Baltimore is the only team that is not currently in the wild card hunt that might have a chance at some point. They've won 6 straight and 8 out of their last 10. Don't know what happened there. They started off poorly and now all of a sudden are good, like people kind of expected them to be. Swept the White Sox. Well, okay. Swept Seattle. Seattle's trending downward anyway. Let's see how they play the Athletics, and then they've got to play Detroit. That'll be the real test. And then they play the Rays a little bit later this month. That'll be a real test. That'll be interesting. I think that's how you'll be able to see in the second half of the season who the competition really is. Because by that point, it'll be far enough into the season that I think you'll be able to say who is going to be fighting for a wild card spot down the stretch. After that series ends, you probably have played like 80 games, 70 games maybe. What are we at now? 60? Is this game number 62? So you'll probably be at like 70 games by then. Yes, this is game number 62 for the Rays on the season. I don't like the 7:35 start time. I really don't. But I understand it. I mean, you want to start these games later to make sure that, it's not scorching hot. It is South Florida. You ever been to South Florida in June, as I was recently, you would know it's pretty damn hot down there. And it rains occasionally, as we found out on Thursday, or whatever, Tuesday. Today is Thursday. The Rays are looking for a sweep here tonight, and we have a great pitching matchup here, starting with Ryan Pepiot, who's got that scoreless streak going for the Rays. He is 17 2/3, and yeah, you're talking about Jack Leiter on the side of the Texas Rangers, and these two are throwing the ball as well right now as they have all season long. Let's take a look at Pepiot's numbers. Ryan Pepiot, last 2 starts, 13 2/3 innings, 0 runs, .51 whip, and 9 strikeouts and 2 walks. The last 4 starts, 2.28 ERA for Jack Leiter. But he does allow a fair amount of walks and hits. 1.1 walks and hits per innings pitched. He's only won 2 of those 4 starts, so that bodes well. Or he's been credited with the win for 2 of those starts. So it's just another game where the key is to just get him out of the game early. Now, they did not do that with Hunter Brown very well. He was in the game until the 6th. And then they still couldn't score after he left. So that did not help. That is why they lost the last game of that series. And they've struggled against Texas's bullpen in this series too a little bit. I mean, yesterday they were up 5-0 and Texas came back and they only won 5-4. Tampa didn't score a run after the 3rd inning yesterday.
It's true. Join Bet365 today and get $150 in bonus bets when you bet $5, win or lose. You can spend them on bets like.
And then they got to Melee, and then the bullpen came in for the Rangers and gave up 1 run in 2 2/3 innings. So, yeah, they've kind of struggled against Texas's bullpen. So I guess the key here is to score runs and win the game. Yes, that is the key. See, here's the thing. I've said this before, and I said this on the podcast. And I've said this over and over and over again, dating back to last year. If the Rays could just score 5 runs a game, they will win 80% of the games that they score 5 runs in. That they're still, what are they now? 22-1, I think, when they score 5 or more runs. Now I'm going down the rabbit hole and looking on Baseball Reference. I just want the splits, man. Just give me the splits. Oh, I'm on the franchise page.
Representing the lineup for Bruce Bochy. Well, taking the mound tonight for the Tampa Bay Rays is going to be right-hander Ryan Pepio, throwing the ball as well as he has all season long in the midst of a 17 2/3 inning scoreless streak. That has lowered his ERA to 3.21, the whip at 1.16, a very tidy whip, and it has been led by the charge of the 4-seam fastball, getting back into the form it looked like the season ago.
All right, here we go. And where was that first pitch, kind sir?
There was a point in time where that 4-seam fastball usage was sitting in the upper 30s percent-wise. You could see getting it up to 44 this late.
That looked like that caught the edge, that first pitch. And the second pitch is a base hit. Oh boy.
Taylor Walls, Brandon Lau, and Jonathan Aranda. Danny Jansen gets the call behind the plate. Wyatt Langford. Strike. Gets that one up and in. Texas coming in with 29 wins, 33 losses. They have dropped 11 of 15. Foul. They start the
I cannot find what I'm looking for here. Just want to know what the record is if they score 5 runs in a game. Jesus. There you go. I do not like this guy, Wyatt Langford, just because he's been very good against the Rays in his career. Same with Corey Seager, anyway. He went. Oh, never mind. He stopped.
His first couple of pitches, he did not have a big lead. So I was going to say, right there, see that little slip, and then he's going to pull up.
MLB best record when scoring 5+ runs this season. Tampa Bay 21-1. They are leading in win percentage in the MLB. They're beating out the Tigers in that department, but the Tigers are 30-3. The Twins are 24-2, and the Blue Jays are 20-2. (21-1). Swing and a miss. Cha-ching. I noticed they don't do that anymore. They used to do the cha-ching sound effect. And here's Corey Seager, our favorite. Man, what I would love to see a double play here. Wow, Corey Seager cannot hit lefties this year. Oh, and there's a steal attempt. Oh, he got him. Yeah, you're out, bud. That was a great tag. I mean, the throw was good. The tag was fantastic. I think the tag. Yeah, he's out. It's tight. Do you want to use your challenge on the second out of the game? I don't know if I would challenge that. Is there anything definitive? Man, if they challenge that, and there's nothing definitive.
The base runner looking back, and you're right, that could make the difference. Well, and see if he holds it on.
How would you be able to say that he was safe? How is there anything that says there's overwhelming evidence that he was safe? Is that what they... Well, if it was a foul tip, then he has to go back to first. Is it not?
It's very strange when a guy's trying to outright steal a bag to act like that unless he thought he throw it or something. Yes.
No.
Either way, nice throw by Jansen and quick tag by Wolf. They did everything they could.
Yeah. Stands. Like everybody expected. I don't think you can say confirmed because it was tight, but yeah. How are you going to overturn that? Alright, so you're 2 outs into the game and you don't have a challenge in the 2025 MLB where the umpires are terrible. Thank you, Bruce. Appreciate it. I'm with you, BA. Has to be clear cut. I don't. That was such a waste of a challenge. I'm glad they did it. Thank you. And that's strike 3. So, 12 pitch inning. That's exactly what we wanted. Doesn't even matter that a runner got on base. All right. Josh Lowe, Brandon Lau, Yandy Diaz, first up. Now I gotta. So this is okay. Basically, what I said at the start of the season would be true, and several times last season and before that and everything would be true if I said 4 runs, not 5. Because when they score 5 runs, they're 21-1, which is a lot higher of a winning percentage than 800. When they score 4 runs, they are 25-6, which puts them at an 806 winning percentage. So, like I said in the podcast the other day, I'll change that to all you got to do is score 4 runs in a game, and you're going to win 80% of them. The record when scoring at least 3 runs is 31-10, 756 winning percentage. This is all courtesy of StatMuse. Thank you, StatMuse. That's nuts. That is nuts. 70. So you win basically 3/4 of your games just by putting up 3 runs. Realistically, a 3-run homer wins you 75% of your games. So you put Lau on, you put Lowe and Lau on, and then Diaz hits a 3-run homer, and they have a 75% chance of winning the game. Or you get down to Caminero, and he hits a 3-run homer, and you've got a 75% chance. That is crazy. That is nuts. Not as nuts as the Twins, who win 80% of games when they score 3 runs. Damn it. 0-2. I forgot where I was for a second and stopped scoring. Oh, man. Why are you taking that pitch? I guess it was low. Well, that's not promising. I'm about to say something controversial. I do not like anymore ERA as a stat, because ERA takes into account a pitcher's stats over 9 innings, and pitchers do not regularly pitch 9 innings. 6-3. My thing isn't working. Why is my thing not working? Oh, now it's going to be off, isn't it? Yep. Man, you suck. And it still says top 1. It's actually bottom 1 now, sir. It's bottom 1. Oh, and now it disappeared. And another 6-3 on the first pitch. Jeez. Because my computer's glitching. Yeah, that'll do that. Alright. Why is it doing this? Just stay on the game. I just want the score at the top of the screen, man. There. That's all I wanted. That's all I was asking for. It's a little off center, though. Boom. We did it. Alright. Cool. I think I still have to go back to Chrome and click on the thing every time I want to update it because my computer's 6 years old and got me through COVID classes for 18 months, so it's a little bit rusty, this thing. It's breathing pretty hard. That's what I call it when the fan is going super fast and you can hear it.
Plastic is commonly used across the retail industry to ship products. Now, WM is collaborating with a leading retailer to give these hard to recycle plastics a second life. See how at WM.com/stories. For the Rays, what was a house of horrors about a month ago has quickly become a sunburst sanctuary. Take a look at the first 25 versus the last 14. Our Papa John's key ingredients to the turnaround: scoring more runs, hitting more out, and a lockdown staff. The guys in the clubhouse say they were confident that they would play better baseball here, but the comfort factor certainly helps. I asked Josh Lowe prior to this game about the turnaround here at home. He said, look, it took time for us to get adjusted, but now we feel like we're rolling here at our home ballpark. Davey Jansen said one of the other things is when he's into the game, fifth, sixth, seventh innings, from all the sweat, he says he's about 10 pounds heavier with his jersey, how soaked that he is. You know that the heat is getting to the backstop of the Rays guys. It has to be on the minds of the opposing side as well, Wayne. Yeah, one of the things they have to become adjusted to, and to do it.
That's a quick 0-2 count. There we go. Wow. No wind right now.
No reason to go 1.2 miles away. I get it. But you're right. Play the wind a little bit, but not right now. Yeah, look at and they switched up the sign. Last night it was people, players. Now it's a hot dog. And the 1.2 mile. Chop out the second off the bat of Young.
This is going quite well with this pitching thus far. We just need to start hitting. Hitting the ball would be good. This guy's got a 235 average and a 435 on base percentage. Oh, but he has 0 home runs and 0 RBIs, so he obviously hasn't been up a lot this year.
A couple of at-bats in the game here on Tuesday night, went over 2. The fastball upstairs, 1-1.
He's got kind of a weird stance.
On the hill.
Looks like he's trying to generate, like he's twisted more towards Jansen than he is toward the pitcher. And then he twists while he swings, and he rolls over, and he's out. Okay. I feel like if you twist that far back and you're trying to get too much momentum, you're actually, I mean, I guess you keep the bat in the zone for longer, which you'll probably need if your swing speed isn't quick. You want to get there as quick as you possibly can and then stay there. Wow, I've never seen Kyle Snyder laugh before. That's a first. Oh boy, that's hit well, but it's foul. No, never mind, it's fair. Oh, no, it was foul. Okay. I could not see that at all. Let's see. Nice. I thought he was gonna have a chance to get him at second because that ball bounced like right to him. So I was like, "Fire it, Morel! Fire it in! Fire it in! Get it to second." Oh, nice changeup. There was a lot of movement on that pitch. Here you go. This is going to be off speed, out of the zone, low. You can see it coming. Oh, you went high with it. Slider. It was off speed, but it was a... No, that had to have been a cutter. That was 91 miles an hour. And that is a wicked changeup. Wow. There is some movement on that changeup today. Holy smokes.
Hold on. New Bet365 customers get how much? That can't be right. It's true. Join Bet365 today and get $150 in bonus bets when you bet.
What was his other... Oh, never mind.
You can spend them on bets like the spread, totals, run line, and player props. Well, there you have it. Bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets. Win or lose. And see why it's never ordinary at Bet365.
Am I behind? Because... Oh, never mind. Let's see. Ah, you know what? I am. Oh, never mind. MLB is just being a pain today. What was that, an 11-pitch inning? So he pitches a 12-pitch inning and an 11-pitch inning back to back. It's going very, very well. Too well. Just kidding, it's Ryan Pepio.
Catch up on all the baseball action with a triple play. Kevin Millar, Ryan Dempster, and Sierra Santos. 3 hosts joined by baseball's biggest stars for the best interview in baseball. Intentional Talk. Weekdays only on MLB Network. He sees it all. And some might feel the pressure, but some may just try.
Alright. See, I like, not today's lineup necessarily, but I liked the fact that last year, if you didn't get a hit with the top of the order, it was over. You were going to have to wait till the 4th inning to see any runs. Maybe, and probably not even then. But 4, 5, and 6 are all very capable hitters. Starting with the guy who is top 10 in average and OPS in the country. Where was that pitch? Ramos, my friend. Was that a strike? Taylor Walls had a point, never forget. Ah, popped it up, left field. Oh, but it's coming. Oh, man. Okay, fellas, let's not get no hit. I can't go through another game where we're getting no hit through 5. It's brutal. It's brutal to watch, and I don't like it. I am live streaming this game, please. I wonder what common arrow splits are, righty versus lefty. How many home runs he hits off righties versus lefties? Well, at home he's batting .296, so that's good today with 10 home runs. We've got players named Low and Lau and Caminero and Caballero.
6 starts last year.
Don't even get me started on the guys whose names start with M, which is like half the team. Oh, there we go. That's deep. Come on, come on, come on, come on. That's gone. That's gone, fellas. Solo shot. Update that scoreboard, please. There we go.
Anybody that wondered if that was going to be a home run was not paying attention.
Yeah, that was smoked. Oh, listen to that. Wow. Wow, 417 feet. He said, this is how crazy it is. 6 home runs to left, 3 to center, 6 to right. Wow. Well, now he's got 11 home runs at home and 15 on the season. And at least one against a right-handed pitcher. Alright, so we're a third of the way to having 3/4 of a chance to winning this game. Basically. Oh, it's attempting to... Why are you attempting to reconnect? Just connect. I'm on Wi-Fi. Oh, that... never mind, it's foul. Man, listen to that. I wonder, that's a home run in every single ballpark, except maybe Fenway, because Fenway is a geometrist's dream and a nightmare. Stupid ballpark. I said what I said. They've got a giant fence in left field, which is approximately the distance from one end of my backyard to the other, in terms of home plate to the wall at Fenway. And I do not have a very big yard. Comparatively to, farmers and such.
We were talking about with Jack Leiter on this run that he's been on over his last 4 starts when he was 2-0 to 228. 23 and 2/3 innings pitch, only 2 home runs. He's been doing a good job of keeping the ball in the yard. But Junior Camaro's been some kind of special here over the last couple of weeks.
Ooh, inside.
That back foot out of the way of 99 there. It's 3-2. Admiring the shot. The tablet, whatever it is.
This team is quite promising. I don't know if they have what it takes to win a... Ooh. Nah, never mind. 5-3. That was a lot closer than I thought it would be. Because then you get into the bottom either, and then that's like, okay, well, time to pack it in, fellas. We're going to this third inning, and it's a 1-0 game.
That becomes part of the game plan. It becomes part of the scouting report for these opposing teams.
Ooh. Or Morel will just kill somebody.
And when it does, it adds that element of pressure again. The guys will pay attention to stuff like that. And all of a sudden,
Hey, buddy, the field is that way. That way. Put it there. Preferably on the ground or in the air over the fence. Or you could just swing at a pitch like a foot out of the zone. That's cool, too. I mean, good point. I do have to get to bed somewhat early tonight. I got to get blood work done tomorrow. So, if you want to speed this game up, I would prefer you not to, because I would prefer you win this game. But at least it serves some purpose for me.
it's not asking much. And the good teams, it's second nature to them. Yeah. Well, that's why good teams. Yeah, that's why they're good teams. Fouls it back the other way. It's not holding the count at 2 strikes.
If you could just get on base, that would be great, buddy. Ooh. There's not enough wind, though. It's going to be caught. F8. But we got a run, fellas. Yay. The Tampa Bay Rays scored a run, and my score thing is off again. Oh my god, can you just stay in one place, son? I think I've gone too far the wrong way. Here? Does that look good? Yeah.
There's no better place to parlay than Caesar Sportsbook. For quick picks, you can tap right into pre-built, ready-to-bet parlays.
Wow. Not baseball related. Marty Natchez reportedly wants to explore other options outside of Colorado.
During the action. Plus, it's never been easier to find and bet on the biggest matchups of the day. So you can keep up.
Buddy, you play with Nathan freaking McKinnon. Why don't you sit down this one? Or I'll go back to Carolina. What would you not like about Colorado that you would like about Carolina? It's the same team minus the superstars. They can't get it done. Except the one time that Colorado did. There we go. Rays have a 70.5% chance to make postseason. 4.5% to win World Series. I think that's accurate. I think that is... I would agree with that. I think postseason is well within reach if they could just play how they've been playing the last month and a half or so over the course of the remainder of the season. If they could have a win percentage of 600 the rest of the season, yeah, they're in. Easy. It's a common arrow bobblehead. Sick.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. The night of your bobblehead, your first at bat, you go straight away center field off the batters. Ahead the count 1-2. Nice follow through.
Man, he's kind of fallen off. Adolis Garcia had that great World Series run, and then he's done nothing since then. Oh, he went. I don't know about that one. It looked like he swung pretty far. No, he yelled. His hands went around, or his hands almost went around. Oh, right to him. Alright, cool. See, I always spend these entire games trying to do the math of keeping the pitcher under 15 pitches an inning, because then you could get him through 7 at 105 pitches. So I'm always like torturing myself over that. But this is good. You've got one out at 30 pitches in the second. So you're ahead of the schedule as of right now. Of course, then you could be like Zach Littell and throw a 117 pitch complete game. Whatever it was, 116. Oh boy, that's deep. Yeah, I knew that was going to be gone. Welp. 442 feet. Oh my goodness.
You can see the changeup right there. We saw it earlier. The strikeout was that of Langford. That changeup.
Yeah, it happens. But it's Ryan Pepio. So who do you trust here? If you could limit it to the one and not have it be a big inning, then okay, it's one run. Score another.
So watch how this pitch starts middle and it just works its way down, down, down. Berger stays on it, does not pull off like Langford did, stays on it. That's where, with all of his power, absolute no doubt, to tie the game. Be careful with that changeup. The third home run he's given up off the changeup this year.
Ooh. Heat him up. Four-seam fastball. Sick. All right. Make it a 5-pitch at bat, and let's still at only 40. It's at 35 right now. Wow, that's crazy. He's given up 10 of his 11 home runs in his career at Steinbrenner Field. I think that is his career. I don't think that's just a year. Maybe it is just a year. I don't know. He has been in the league that long. All right. He pitched him fast. Now he slowed down. Give me that changeup. Oh, he missed on that fastball. That was right over the heart of the plate. Okay, now you slow him down. Right? Conventional thinking. There it is. But he fouled it off. Again, the movement on that thing, man.
Take the fastball just about a ball above the zone middle of the plate. Let's get to the bottom of the third.
He said it perfectly. Ooh. Cutter fouled off of his foot. Yeah, that'll do that to you. That kind of hurts. Oh, off the top of his knee, it looks like. Oh, that's not. Never mind. Oof. He started drifting a little farther. I got a little concerned. God, that was a 20-pitch inning, though.
Over the years, you've built equity in your home. And over the years, life happens. And through life's ups and downs,
All right. Walls, Jansen, and Lowe.
when you need money for some of life's necessities, now your home can pay you back. Let us show you how you can access $45,000 or more. Give us a call or visit us online at loandepot.com today. It's just a giant sports festival for every sports fan to dream of doing. Okay, this is exciting. Think you know Kyle Schwarber? He's not playing Warrior ball. He's looking to do damage and hit home runs. Kyle Schwarber gets it. And that's why, despite not being our favorite type, he's one of our very favorite players. Get him to know with MLB Now on MLB Network. You love the players. You love the game. Now you can own baseball players. MLB Auction lets you bid on game use and autographed bats, balls, jerseys, and more. With items added all season long from your favorite.
Is my audio not working all of a sudden? No, never mind. YouTube was telling me something dumb.
You're averaging 6 runs a game, check. 23 home runs, circle that. Starters ERA 175, bullpen ERA 193, a plus 56 run differential. Dwayne, the only question I have, how have you lost 3 games? I mean, that's just dominant across the board.
You only score 1 run and you lose 1-0 to Houston. That's how. And you lose 2-1 to Houston. That's also how.
I'm wondering how they've lost 3 games. They have been that good. Oh, by the way, the defense has been right there too. The Rays literally got there. Yeah, you've got Bonds, you've got Patel, you've got Rasmussen.
I'd still rather have Jeffrey Springs over Shane Baz. Maybe that's just me, but Jeffrey Springs proved himself a little more last season. Tomorrow is a saving grace for me, as somebody who wants to watch the Stanley Cup Final, who watched the Stanley Cup Final last night instead of the Rays, to be honest with you, because tomorrow's game is at 1:10. 1:10.
I want to know that conversation. I want to know that conversation.
What does it still say mid-third? We're playing the game now, fellas. There it is, bottom third.
They support each other, they encourage each other. And they're good, really good.
Oh, way inside. Yeah, come on, walk Taylor Walls.
But it's fun to watch them pitch in the true sense of the word. Yeah, executing pitches, moving the zone, sequencing, changing speeds, changing eye levels. They do a great job of it. They're so well prepared. Kyle Snyder and his staff, put together the game plans for each one of these guys individually. And it's up to them to understand the plan and understand how to go about and execute it. They do that at such a high level. And it is. It's a lot of fun to watch.
Man, he keeps on fouling these balls down the left side. No, that's out of play. I thought that one was also going to go to the bullpen. Taylor Walls does not like the Texas Rangers bullpen, let it be known. Man, Leiter's only at 30 pitches, too. So it's going to be a pitcher's duel between Pepio and Leiter. We're probably going to go to the 7th in either a 1-1 or a 2-1 game. But at least Taylor Walls is putting him through it. I don't know why Walls would be hitting 8th and Jansen 9th when I thought the idea behind Siri batting 9th was to get some speed with Lowe and Lau and Diaz in the top of the order, no matter who it is coming up. Why not put Jansen 8th and Walls 9th? Oh, that's why, because Walls just strikes out, so it doesn't matter anyway. Doesn't matter how fast you are if you can't get on base. Jose Caballero would know a thing or two about that last season. Steals the most bases in Major League Baseball. Yeah, when he gets on one. He's stealing every time he gets on base because he doesn't know what to do with himself when he gets out there and he's fast. Not this year. This year he knows how to get on base a lot better than he did in years past. This is the one thing about the Rays, though. They need to start hitting against pitchers that are good. I mean, they put up all these runs against pitchers that suck and pitchers that are mid. Put up some runs against... Damn it. Thought I had a vintage moment there where then he hit a home run immediately after I said that. That would have been vintage Man Cave Studios there. I mean, they put up those runs against Hunter Brown, and that was great. But that was one game. And then they didn't get anything against Hunter Brown the next time they faced him. Oh, I put that in the 4th inning. It's still the 3rd. Come on, Josh. Just get on, man. 0-2. What's his deal? He hasn't hit a lot recently. I thought we were like something crazy like 11-3 or something when he starts. Ooh, that's it's a little too far foul. So is if the Rays make the postseason, aren't they playing those games at Marlins Park?
He just came at him, so Josh fortunate to be able to foul that off.
Do they even have a contingency plan for that? Oh, that was not in there. That was well low. Very cordial, I wouldn't have been.
This just in. Same game parlay from Bet365 just keeps getting better. That's correct. It's now even easier to create your own unique bet. You could choose any one. Like hits, run line, totals, home runs. With a same game parlay, the choice is truly yours.
Yeah, there's no good answers online about if the Rays make the postseason. I also haven't seen anything of Tropicana Field being repaired online anywhere. Oh, they just today they approved $5 million more for Tropicana Field repairs.
Our life is complicated. Our lawn, simple. Kill existing weeds and thicken your lawn all spring. Turf Builder Weed Feed. Feed. Cash out on all the baseball action with a triple play. Kevin Millard, Ryan Dempster, and Sierra.
So they haven't even started rebuilding it? How are they going to be ready for next year? I was under the impression that this was going to take quite a while.
Tonight we go into the fourth inning. Rays tied 1-1 with the Texas Rangers. Wrap-up game of the series.
Voted in April to approve the repairs, and then they needed $5 million more. It's June, fellas. We got 10 months to figure this out. Less than that, because it's... Oh, I thought he was saying Trenton, New Jersey. Trenton, Florida, right? I lost my train of thought. Something about, oh yeah. Yeah, Trenton, Florida. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to be able, I really don't know if they're going to be able to repair that stadium in 10 months if they haven't even, they haven't even started. There's probably, that fiberglass is probably still on the field. Have there been any images to come out of that project? You don't need $5 million extra dollars on top of the $22 million you already have to start cleaning it up. Damn. Let's get some people in there. Put me in there, man. I got some time. I'm going on vacation in another couple of weeks. Get me in there. I'll help clean that place up. Let's get this on the road. Fly me down, and I'll start cleaning that stuff up. Now the MLB is just optimistic the Trop will be ready for or near the 26 opener. I thought they said for sure they were going to return in 2026 to Tropicana Field. They're not staying in Tampa. I hope you guys know that. They're not staying in Tampa or St. Petersburg or anywhere in the area. Damn. Now his pitch count's getting up.
Well, bring your family, friends, or co-workers out for a party at Steinbrenner Field. Make a big impression with one of the Rays' many group areas. For more info, visit RaysBaseball.com/groups.
They don't have the luxury of an off day tomorrow, so they can't dip into the bullpen too much. I mean, I guess they really haven't had to recently, but at the same time, you'd prefer it to be that way. Didn't we lose 2 of 3 or get swept or something? No, we lost 2-3 to the Marlins last month, right? So you probably need some of that bullpen. Yeah, 2 or 3. You can't take it as an easy walkover, even though they did just get swept by the Rockies. You lost the series to a team that got swept by the Rockies. who suck, who were terrible.
Is there any reason that we need to know that?
Oh my lord. His deep counts are killing his pitch count, man.
The team from South Florida. It's just a person. Yeah, I know the trust. That is interesting, though. How many times have you played a Friday game at 110? Maybe Chicago.
That is kind of dumb to think about it. Oh my god. Playing a 110 game on a Friday? I mean, I guess they play, if it's any other team in the league, right? It's a 1 o'clock game on a Thursday or a Wednesday sometimes because it's a getaway day. But tomorrow is not a getaway day, and it's South Florida. So it's probably going to be 100 degrees, and if it's not 100 degrees, it's going to feel like it.
I promise you. And if they want to find me, go right ahead. Well, hey, I mean, they've got you penciled in. Well, like I said, they may have me penciled in. I will not.
Tomorrow's going to be 90 degrees. Ooh, swing and a miss. And he got him again, and you can't even challenge because you already did that and you lost. So, bye-bye, Wyatt. Strike him out, throw him out. Bang. Yeah, Walls has had a fantastic game from the field. 2 outs with just phenomenal tags. And he might have been safe. I think you have a better chance getting that one called safe. I think he actually was safe there. I thought he was safe from the naked eye watching it live. And then it looks like with every replay that he was even more safe. Where is that? Yeah, it's close. I think, yeah.
Right out there on top of that play.
Tomorrow, the UV index is going to be extreme. Feels like it's going to be 99 degrees tomorrow in Tampa. And you're playing a 110 game. Why are you doing that? Who do you hate? Why do you hate whoever you hate so much? The umps? If the umps come out wearing all black tomorrow, somebody's fainting. I hate to say it. If anybody's wearing a color other than blue, light blue, the umps, gray and white, they are going to suffer hard. And you better get these guys some damn water. That was the second pitch of this at-bat that was on the corner that was not called a strike. Wow. What's this guy's name? This might be one of the worst umps of the season. Charlie Ramos. This is pathetic. I mean, because it's the same thing as what's his name? The guy that threw out Walls. Lentz. It's the same thing as Lentz. Like, there are balls that are well in the zone that are being called balls. There are strikes that are in the zone that are being called balls. It's like, okay, if the strike zone is high, then it's high. If the strike zone is low, then it's low. But it can't be both. You've got pitches on both sides at the top and the bottom of the zone that are being called completely differently, even though they're the same pitch. And then you got pitches 6 inches off the plate that are called a strike. He's still upset. Watch this. He might hit 100 here. If he's going to throw a fastball. Ooh, 96. Okay. Love to see it. Love of the game. Alright, so 66 pitches through 4 innings is not ideal. But you can still get, there's reason to expect he's probably got 40 pitches left through the next 3 innings. If he can make them shorter types of innings, then they're good. But that was a 22 pitch inning to follow up on a 20 pitch inning, so that's not.
So every week you can play for a chance to win your share of $250,000.
So we got Loud, Diaz, and Aranda.
Exclusive apparel and so much more. Get 500 free spins on Cash Eruption when you enter this $10. Join America's fastest growing online casino. Terms apply. Download the Fanatics Casino app now.
Venture into the great indoors with Velux skylights. Create spaces full of natural light and fresh air so you can better connect with nature, your home,
All right.
because
Bottom 4.
it isn't just how a space looks, it's how it feels. Velux skylights, transforming spaces into favorite places.
Josh Lowe struck out looking twice today, and neither of strike threes were in the zone. Brutal.
Bottom of the 4th inning. Let's take a look at some stats.
There he is. B. Lau.
This is a pretty good sample size.
Last 20 games, 359 average, 1.11 OPS. See, now I'm holding my breath every time I'm ready to just label a pitch a ball because Ramos is calling nothing consistently at all. Oof. I don't dislike any umpire more than Vic Carapazza, though. Vic Carapazza is my least favorite umpire in the MLB these days. No umpire can get me angry like Vic Carapazza. Can't wait till the ABS system is in Major League Baseball. We need it desperately. There's not a single person with any rationale, any good rationale, who opposes ABS. Are they... Okay, so they are going to try to use it at the big league level. I know they tried it in spring training. I hope they actually use it.
He took a 98-mile-an-hour fastball that bounced in front of the plate and just stuck the landing right in the middle of the zone. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's not a strike if it bounces, though. But it's a good try. Nice framing. But you're not going to get that pitch unless Vic Carapazza was the ump. Man, he bounced 2 in a row. Looks like me.
First time was fun. Now get it to the
Walk him. Or hit a home run. Or a double. That's okay. Ground rule double. Take that. It's even better than a walk. Thank you. Thank you very much. And it's a leadoff double, and you've got Diaz, Aranda, and Caminero next. 2025 Rays, man. If they do nothing, I would be shocked.
So a man in scoring position.
Yandy Diaz is a guy who I like watching bat because you can tell that he gives it away. When he hits a home run, that bat goes flying out of his hands. And you know instantly, you don't need that camera to switch. You don't need them to switch cameras. You know instantly that ball's out of there. Ooh, nice. Barely got a piece of that. I have confidence in this group. These next three hitters, I have a lot of confidence in them.
Safely 12 consecutive games at home.
Oh, and Lau is going to third. Man, Leiter is losing the zone completely. I mean, he's bounced. Okay, well, that didn't bounce in front of the plate, but he threw that well wide. Thank you very much. Do not run on contact. Ball three. Whatever you do, do not run on contact. They do this all the time, and it pisses me off. There's nobody out. There's no reason. There is no reason. No reason at all to run on contact. Not a single reason to run on contact. You sit on third base until that ball is thrown to first. But it doesn't need to be thrown to first because he just walked him.
As soon as Leiter got ahead, he just started overthrowing. And that's what causes the yank to the backstop, and then that ball up and in.
Here comes the pitching coach.
Well, the Rangers are going to talk it over, and he will kick in with Ryan Bass. How about Junior Caminero commemorating his bobblehead day with a home run in his first at bat? This thing, man, he was super stoked about this guy.
Remember, by the way, if Aranda hits a home run here, the Rays have an 80% chance of winning this game.
He got a chance to check it out today. Loves especially that there is a custom chain on this thing as well. Think about the week that Junior has had. He gets Player of the Week, Player of the Week in the American League. It was Dominican Heritage Day yesterday. Today he gets his bobblehead day, and it's the hottest stretch of his entire career. Junior Caminero showing off right now, folks. Absolutely.
You know what's crazy? When allowing less than 3 runs, the Rays are 22nd in the league at 17-5. There are 4 teams on that list that are undefeated when allowing less than 3 runs. I said less than 3 runs, so if they allow less than 4, they're still 20th, 23-9. Oof. This is who you want at the plate, these next two hitters. With runners on first and third and nobody out. Especially around it because it's righty on lefty. And he's got a 370 average with runners in scoring position.
I think that he saw that after getting up in the count to Yandy, it turned out, and then started spraying the fastball all over the place.
Oof. That was a good pitch.
Has been very good all year, home and road, but especially at home. 385 here, but down in the count now after that visit by Maddox. Greg Maddox.
Any relation to Avante Maddox? Eagles. Eagles. All right. All right. Take it. Oh, I thought he had that for a second.
Very good at this year, extending at bats, fouling away.
19 pitches this inning. That's what you need.
I think he still remains in the top 5 of pitches per plate rates. And so he's a guy that does exactly what you described right there. Extended play rates.
Oh, he did not go. He did not go. And another one in the dirt. Just keeping it long enough. I mean, his hits have been in the zone. His misses have been nowhere near the zone. So that should give you an advantage. You expect the strike if it's anywhere close. You expect it's going to be in the zone. Ooh, thank you. Average with runners in scoring position 270. MLB ranked 5th. Do you know how incredible it is that that stat is the reverse of what it was last year? They couldn't outscore the White Sox with runners in scoring position, and they lost over 120 games. Now they're 5th in the league at 270. What a turnaround in 1 year. They did that in 1 season. Not even. Oh, swing and a miss. Struck him out. All right, well, you got Caminero and Meisner. Oh, that was right in there. He left that up. And Caminero is the guy who has like the best bat speed in the MLB. Come on, just put something in the air. Get at least one. Outside. What is he getting up like that for? Yandy's not stealing, bud. Wow. Outside and low. Big pitch. Big pitch. Way low. Green light? I don't know. I think at this point you walk Caminero and just get to Meisner if you're Texas. I don't think you put this pitch anywhere near the strike zone. He's already crushed you once and he's on a tear recently. Oh, popped it up in foul territory. And he caught it. That is not what you wanted.
So first and third, nobody out. Leiter is able to battle, get the strike out of Aranda, and get Caminero to pop up. I think he's about one hitter away from getting out of this mess, coming through the middle of this gray lineup.
Man, all they needed was one hit in the air to the outfield. Oh, man. Well, Meisner's been clutch at times. I fouled that one off. This is not going well. This is not going well this inning. I mean, it was, and then it very aggressively wasn't. I got something in my eye, too. So nothing is going right now. Ah. Brutal. Those are the Rays of last year that leave 2 runners on with nobody out.
That's the best part of the job, helping women through the most important moments of their life, the pregnancy, the delivery, and seeing them year after year and seeing their babies grow. Women in malpractice.
Well, they got his pitch count up. I guess that's something. It's not much.
Taking care of women is very important. Women receive personalized care and attention, and we personally deliver your baby. And virtually, I leave with yours. These dishes just aren't getting ready.
The problem isn't the dish. It's likely in the dirt. Really? I recommend switching to Cascade Finest Plus. These new pods are packed with both soap and scrubbing.
All right.
Plus, the grease fighting power of gone, easily removing up to 100% of tough stuff on it.
I gotta plug in my phone. I'll be right back.
It even keeps your filter clean. Cascade, love it, or your money back. Shop now at SamsClub.com. Get a gig that's built to last.
Dude, I got something in my left eye right now. It's killing me, dude.
Caesar Sportsbook. Use new features like parlay builder to write the land, or have the next goal scorer parlay crafted for you with quick hits. Let Caesar Sportsbook take your game to the next level with daily boosts and offers. Bet $1, double your winnings on your next 10 wagers with Caesar Sportsbook.
All right.
Or Toyota Keys, and again, you wonder how the Rays have lost 3 games when you look at numbers like this coming from the pitching staff. The starters just over 1.5 on the ERA.
Ooh, nice.
7-8. Look at the whip, just not allowing any base runners.
See, when I play MLB 9 innings, what I love to start batters off with, especially when I'm righty on righty, is a slider right at the bottom right corner. Well, Pepio put that slider right in the middle of the plate, but
Swinging a changeout in the second. And then it's 2-1.
I really think Pepio ought to be an all-star. I don't think there's any excuse for him not to be. Especially if the Rays are in a playoff position by the time the all-star game comes around. Who's number one on that pitching staff in terms of... Well, they don't really have their ace right now. So Pepio and Littell kind of are the number one. But there's not... Oh, man, that's deep. Yeah, that's gone. As I'm talking about why you should be an all-star, he gives up a home run. Great.
Pitchers no. Pitchers no. Watch the reaction of Pepio. As soon as that head goes down, you know, and then the head looks to see you.
He's just leaving too many over the center of the plate.
All is scoring tonight in this 2-1 game. We have the long ball.
Now you really miss that chance in the bottom of the fourth. If you just scored one run there, this is a tie game as opposed to a Texas lead.
That's 11 of the 12 home runs by Pepio. They've been hit here.
Did my thing stop updating again? Yes. There we go, 6-3. My computer is awfully poor today.
Ball no strikes.
Here's the thing, it's still a quality start from Pepio. It's just we don't score runs against good pitchers. That has to change at some point in time. I would rather they be at this stage because the way that rebuilding teams usually do it is they usually struggle against pitchers that are bad and do well against pitchers that are good. But I'd rather it be this way where they win the games they're supposed to and they lose the games that they could win, but it would be tough to win. They lose the tough ones. Because that drives you crazy when you're watching a team and they put up 10 runs on Max Scherzer in his prime, and then they come back the next game against a pitcher who's pitching in his third game who you've never even heard of before for a team that's sitting in dead last in their division, and they throw 7 shutout innings. That is maddening, and I have watched teams like that before. The Rays kind of did that at times last year. They did that at times in 2018, 2019. The Rays were shocking in 2018 to 19. Because they went 90 and 72 in 2018, and they were the best team in the MLB in the second half of the season, without a doubt. Pop that one up. And then in the offseason of 2018, they basically switched everything. Brandon Lau came in. Joey Wendell was really the only guy left on the infield who was there the year before. They had a completely different outfield. Not Adolis Garcia. What's his name? The right fielder. I can't remember his name. Malik Smith leaves. Really, Kevin Kiermaier is the only guy left at that point on the depth chart in the outfield. They bring in Charlie Morton. They bring in Mike Zunino. Tyler Glasnow is an actual starter, finally, even though he didn't. I mean, he had a Cy Young caliber first 10 games, and then he got injured for most of the year, which is now on brand for him. Man, Pepio's at 86 pitches. This is not going well. He's got 1 inning left. That's it. Maybe. I would have Orzi or Kelly up now. It was another 21 pitch inning. So the pitches per inning for Ryan Pepio, 12, 11, okay, 20, 23, 21. He's missing the zone a lot, too. I mean,
You can't hide what makes NJM Insurance so great. Although some may try.
like, there have just been so many deep counts in this game for both pitchers, especially in the last inning for Leiter. But the last 3 innings for Pepio, it's just like 2-2, 3-2. Like, what I like about Littell is that the games are fast. Regardless, if he gives up 2-3 runs in a game, it's still a fast game because everything else is going to be on the ground. He's not going to usually strike out 10 batters a game. He's usually going to get 5 or 6 strikeouts, and then the infield and the outfield will take care of the rest. His last start that I've recorded in here was the 72-pitch game against Minnesota, in which he pitched 6 1/3, and he only had 4 strikeouts. Last Pepio game I recorded in here, he pitched 6 innings, 87 pitches through 6 innings. He's at 87 pitches now through 5. And he gave up 3 runs and 8 hits. And they lost that game 4-3 because Manny Rodriguez gave up what wound up being the winner in that. That was against Houston. Oh, man. 1-3. Yeah, nothing is coming out of this. Nothing is coming out of this inning. It's a one spot in the lineup that they still can't figure out. I'm sure in the postseason, Caballero is playing shortstop as a starter. I'm almost positive of it. If the postseason started today, I would assume this roster, and then Mangum's in at center instead of Meisner, and Caballero's in at short. There you go. And Meisner might be in. I don't know. I don't know how they would play it. As I'm criticizing Taylor Walls, he hits the ball. I should just keep on jinxing these guys, man. Danny Jansen, man. Danny Jansen is so terrible. He can't hit anything. He can't hit a beach ball. Wink, wink. He can't do anything right. He's batting 185. Oh, man. Taylor Walls was taken off there. He's found balls off that are taking away steals.
High success rate guy. Jack Leiter has given up 6 stolen bases in 6 attempts coming into play tonight.
Man, Walls is taking a huge lead. Oh, fouled it off him. Fouled it off the ump. Yeah, he kind of deserves it, let's be honest. He doesn't deserve to be hurt, but he deserves, ball in the face, in the face mask. Jar him, maybe he'll wake up a little bit. Now it fixed his brain, and now his brain is alright, and he can finally see the ball. Either that, or he's going to call this next pitch, it's going to be like bounced in the dirt, a strike. Oh, man. Yeah, he went. Well, might as well just, okay, if you're going to swing, then just follow through with it. The bottom 6 are 1 for 8. The bottom 4, I mean. The bottom 4 are 1 for 8. Sorry, I have hockey on the mind. I mean, the team as a whole isn't doing much better. They have 3 hits on the whole game, and we're in the bottom of the 5th. 4 hits. Nope, never mind. He caught that on the line. Josh Lowe is 0 for 3. Got in the habit of putting zeros at every inning, and I forgot that Texas actually scored in the top of the 5th. Now we're not updating again. It's not the middle of the 5th. It's actually the end of the 5th.
For precise targeted radiation treatment, groundbreaking clinical trials, TIL therapy, cell therapy, immunotherapy, bone marrow transplant, advanced surgery.
There we go. I need my own score bug.
Close to home. That's what makes us the leading cancer center in the region. At MD Anderson at Cooper, no one fights cancer alone.
I like to follow questions. Devils like our dark. I don't think they always be. Thankfully, hard to answer almost all of them.
Alright, so I would assume Pepio is going to be... I would assume Pepio is going to come back out. I think that's not even a question. After that, depends on where you are on the order. I don't have my phone with me anymore, so I can't determine that. But I would assume Kevin Kelly, Garrett Clevenger, maybe next. Manny Rodriguez. And then if they have the lead, Fairbanks. But they got to score 2 runs first. Yeah, I voted for Aranda, Caminero, and Lau, and then I blanked everything else out for the All-Star game because you can't vote on pitchers. So, but I don't know if there's anybody else that deserves to be in the All-Star game as of right now, which is again what I was saying on the podcast, the Ace of Rays podcast, doesn't make sense to me that they do the All-Star game this early and have the voting open this early. That doesn't make any sense to me at all. Because in 3 weeks, if Josh Lowe is playing the same way that he's playing now, then absolutely. I mean, not in this game, but if he's, still batting about 300, then absolutely he belongs in the All-Star game. Same thing for Mangum, for Jake Mangum. Yeah, there's Garrett Clevenger. That's who I kind of expected. Either him or Kelly, but I guess Kelly after that. And then Manny Rodriguez for the 8th. Makes sense. I would assume Clevenger is coming in the 7th regardless. I only have 6 of Pepio's strikeouts recorded. Oh well. They just showed that he has 8, so he has 2 walks. I remember that. I have both of those. I do log pitcher stats. There's a column with pitch count, and I put a line after every inning. And then this scorebook has a column where you can put in the pitches per inning, so I do that too. No, he's got it. All right. 96 pitches, 6 innings. We'll take it. That's a good outing. That's a good quality outing from Pepio. Sucks if he would get to lose from this because he missed the zone more than he usually has. But he only gave up 2 runs. Of course, that last inning he threw 9 pitches. It was the shortest inning of the game.
Everything is done from scratch. All our meals are easy, perfectly portioned. You're watching the Rays just like you are on Tampa Sports Network. Junior Caminero now has 5 home runs in the last 7 games. How about this? 5 home runs in the last 26 at-bats. This dude is absolutely smashed. The baseball and power game has been on display. We saw it again tonight. Of course, goes out there early in the game, watching this one pretty much up to dead center. 15 RBI over the last 8 games. He's numbered.
All right, fellas. Let's get some runs. All right, here we go. This is where it has to happen, though. Lau, Diaz, Aranda, and then Caminero if you get that far. This is a part of the order where it has to happen. But Aranda needs a hit. And then you need to chase lighter. Oh, it's Milner now. Hobie Milner's in. Okay. Go time.
Zero would be straight out. 0 degrees, and he's a little under that, so he's got that deception in his delivery. And that's why this is the part of the order that Bochy wants him on. Bilal, the lefty, then Yandy, okay, then Jonathan Aranda, the lefty. You're not going to pull those guys out of the game at all. So he's got 2 of the 3 left.
Man, that was deep, but well foul. I knew from the instant that came off the bat that if that was a fair ball, it'd be gone, and it was. But it was foul. Over the fence, but foul. 1-2 to Brandon Lau.
Gets past that. I don't know if you want to on Junior. 2 now. Although lefties have had an easier time with Junior than righties.
Man. Lau is staying alive here. Okay, pitch count doesn't matter anymore, guys. We gotta get some runs.
2 other hits besides that one.
Oh, swing and a miss.
Wow, is out number 1. Beat upstairs with 88. But look at the arm, the release point. It's well up above the zone. Tough at bat for left on left. I mean, he's literally releasing that ball behind Brandon. He's over the other side of the fire action and he's able to drop the ball in there and out. Right along the down deep. Puts him down at the count. Foul ball. Screen.
Man, this has loss written all over it, this game.
Pepio worked front 5. Has worked the front 6.
That's hanging up there.
And we caught out there by Langford. 2 gone. That's a Rays game. It's Steinbrenner Field. Here in the fall schedule to purchase your tickets at RaysBaseball.com.
Well, here you go, Jonathan Aranda.
Presented by Orlando Health. 2 gone, and here is Jonathan Aranda.
I mean, Aranda has to get on. Because you got to bring Caminero to the plate somehow. And 4-3 to end the inning. Yay. That went horribly. 1-2-3 inning with the best part of the order. Sometimes you just know when a game is going to end in a loss. And this, I think, is one of them.
Of course, Consumer Cellular has an iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence. It can help you get things done in a snap.
Nice. That assistant is a much assistant.
Well, Apple Intelligence has all sorts of useful tools.
They're probably handy in this doohickey.
I'm sure. Plus, we have unlimited talk, text, and data, which is $30 a line and you buy 2. That's half what we pay now.
Good. But this catio was not cheap.
I really do not like the 7:35 start time. I said it before and I'll say it again. Really don't like it, but I understand it. because it was 90 degrees at the start of this game in South Florida. But I've been outside in 92-degree weather before, with a lot of humidity. In fact, I was at a game 4 years ago in Philadelphia where it was a doubleheader, a 7-inning doubleheader, because it was during, the wacky 2021 half COVID, half not season. But that was a doubleheader, and it was 95 degrees that day, and it was a lot of humidity, so I don't know what the feels like was, but it was over 100. That was not a fun game to be at. But I paid for the tickets, and it was my parents' birthday gift, so I went. And it was hot. And then I did a stupid thing 2 years ago. I wore a Washington Capitals jersey to a Nationals game, and it was hot at that game, predictably. So I probably should have just worn red. There it is, Kevin Kelly. See, I told you it was going to be. I thought it was going to be Kevin Kelly.
In their heyday, in the late 80s, kind of 79. That's what you do. He's a beast. Yeah. So I like a fan. Cleveland fans.
Well, Kevin Kelly, the new pitcher for the Rays, country of 6 innings. They're facing Young, Josh Young, 1-1 count. Only 2 now.
Pepe only faced 3 over the minimum. That's how crazy that is. Faced 21 batters. Recorded 18 outs. So he was efficient, too. It's not like he faced 28 batters and was just giving up walks. I mean, he gave up 2 walks. He had 8 strikeouts. Shocking. I mean, it is shocking. Like, where these long pitch counts ultimately culminated in strikeouts. Most of them. That's what I take out of that. 96 pitches in 3 innings. Or in 6 innings, I mean. And then 20 in the third, 23 in the fourth, 21 in the fifth. And they scored 2 runs in those innings. And they were both solo home runs. That was in there. Oh my God, that caught the corner. But I don't know where the corner is anymore. Neither does Charlie Ramos. He has no idea where the corner is. Was that in there? Yeah. Good boy.
Hey, you got the right idea. Up all night.
Summertime.
Yeah, see? That's what summer's for.
I went to bed last night around 3. 3 o'clock.
3?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
And
Well,
how much sleep did you get?
not much. My leg told me that I didn't do well last night. And I believe it. I didn't feel that bad. But I got to watch the hockey game. Got home right when
Yeah, me too.
obviously overtime. And then guess what I stumbled across coming out of that?
Almost a 3 down.
You know what? It's a good point. No, this is good, clean. I get ready to flipping the channels and I stumble across Hoosiers.
Really?
I haven't seen Hoosiers in a long time. All that, yeah.
Great crowd.
It was. So, yeah. It was a late night.
3 a.m. Yikes. Oh.
2 up and 2 down.
So you could have been at 3 and then the kids want to FaceTime at 6:2. Yeah. You got to take that point. And then you're kind of up.
Wow. So you got 3 hours. I can't function on 3 hours of sleep.
I'm trying to find the glasses.
I could not. I can't do that. I had to. So I have a blood condition. And I'm not going to go into specifics because nobody cares. But if I don't get more than 6 hours of sleep, I'm like dead. I'm like a zombie. Because I don't have any energy if I get less than 6 hours of sleep. That's why when I was a kid, when I was in high school, I would stay up until 6 in the morning and then go to bed and wake up at 3 in the afternoon. Because that was the natural way that my body would get 9 hours of sleep that I would need. So yeah, that was fun. Those were fun times. That's gone. Yep. Nope, that's gone. Man, every home run has been to center or left today. Most of them to left. And every run has been scored off the home run. Well, now you need 3. And you have 1. But again, just look at the statistics. They have 3 runs. They have 3. They have 3 runs. All you need is, say they score 1 more. All you need is 5. But you most of the time don't even need that. 80% of the time, when the Rays score 4 runs, they win. They have won. 75% of the time, when they score 3 runs, they win. That won't work today because they've given up 3 runs. The hitting is just very inconsistent. Now Kevin Kelly forgot how to pitch. Right down the middle.
Two-seam fastball stays away and down. And Garcia, nice job right there covering the plate.
Big Jake. Big Jake Burger. Whatever happened to Nathaniel Lowe? Is he playing for, what's he playing for now? He's playing for like the Red Sox or something? I don't even remember. I kind of lose track of these guys after they leave the Rays. I just know Tyler Glasnow is always hurt, and Blake Snell hasn't even been to a World Series since he was a Ray, right? He's probably going to change this year. He's probably going to wind up in the World Series with the Dodgers. Let's hope he's healthy. Yeah, bring Orzy in. Not Kevin Kelly's day. Is that the first runner in scoring position the Rangers have had today? I don't remember them having a runner on second at any point today. Yeah, he's coming out.
Favorite games from your favorite casino right at your fingertips. Try new games and exclusive titles you won't find anywhere else. Any spin could win, but
I didn't even see how many pitches he threw. 23 pitches. Thank you, MLB app. Pepio threw 23 pitches to the first 2 innings and got 6 outs. And then he proceeded to have 3 straight innings of over 20 pitches, so no bueno on that front.
This is premium refreshment, 6 generations in the making. Flight by Yingling. Raise the bar. If you know luxury, it's not just a part. It's everywhere. Sample mattresses supports all types of sleepers. Luxury is handcrafted and assembled in American factories, and ground-bred boutiques are complimentary in-home delivery and setup service. Which is why over 90% of customers will recommend Safa to friends and family. Safa, luxury mattresses for you.
I guess this is what happens when you have a 110 game the next day. But most of this lineup consists of the starters, the guys who are regularly starters. The only people who are out are Mangum and Caballera. The only hitters.
Tough to get one now, training during the season with all the travel, but when we wrap things up, that's right.
Eric Dorsey, the new pitcher for the Rays, with a couple runners on. 2 outs in the inning. Dorsey with 6 scoreless appearances over his last 8 innings of work. 17 games this year. Going high, 1-0 the count.
They brought in the righty against the lefty batter, and he's throwing 2 straight balls. Am I the only one that sees a problem with that? Is he going to pitch the 8th? Is that the logic here? We want to save pitchers? I would assume that's a logic. Otherwise, it makes no sense to bring in a righty against a lefty. But it's a 3-1 count. So you're 1 ball away from loading the bases.
Nothing fancy about that either. I mean, if you're throwing high, you are absolutely laying and waiting for that pitch. You get a fastball right down the middle, and you just miss it. The leader has that perplexed look on his face.
Well, right now, a 2-run ball game, but with 2 men on, Joe High with the play. This turned out to be a big day.
Can the drunk guy who's yelling, "Let's go Rangers," sit down before somebody there beats his ass? He's got to have friends out there somewhere.
Up drop to heavy slap shot. Says hot, like Caesar's Sportsbook. Use new features like parlay build to life land. Or have the next goal scorer parlay crafted for you with quick hits. Let Caesar Sportsbook take your game to the next level with daily boosts and offers. Bet $1, Double your winnings on your next 10 wagers with Caesar Sportsbook. Well, and then what? Oh, you're the Gecko. I'm a huge fan. I filed a claim for my car with the Gecko app. Only took 2 minutes. Well, all these cars are going to get more than just saying. Next time, how about less fluid ounces? Damn it. That's my syrup. Well, why is it going to be too real fast? And a pump top? They make a mess. Well, I'm thinking this. Like, you took all of it. Get more than your savings. Get more than Gecko. Have a nice one. USDA choice ribeye.
All right, fellas. Bottom of the 7th. And we got Caminero, Meisner, and Morel. I would assume Morel is coming out. If anybody gets on base, I would assume Morel is coming out.
You've got Junior Caminero on the Rays end of things. A solo shot in the second inning off of Jack Leiter, and that has been the ballgame. So it's going to be an interesting finish here. The Rays have 3 more ups, down 2 runs. They need the bullpen to continue to perform at a high level, and they need the offense to get going.
Junior Caminero will open the bottom of the 7th inning. With that first pitch, with strike.
Milner is back. All right, lefty on righty, and he's in his 2nd inning of work. And he fouled it off.
Yeah, we were wondering last half inning when you got to Caminero, we noticed that nobody was warming up the consensus bullpen. So you figured this is a matchup that they would have wanted with the bullpen coming in. But obviously, with nobody warming up, and obviously with Milner coming back out.
Well, it's working well for him thus far. He's 0-2. And strike 3. Yep, that caught. It's whatever version of corner Charlie Ramos is going to call tonight. The inside corner apparently is the inside corner. It's the outside corner that doesn't exist. But that framing was terrible. How do you call that a strike? In what dimension do you call that a strike with that framing? Wasn't anywhere near it. He pulled that ball out of the strike zone, well out of the strike zone. All right, well, here's Jake Mangum, so he's coming in for Meisner. It's my guy right here, the mayor. Jake Mangum is a flawless human being. Yeah, I don't know why. Oh, where was that? That was not even borderline. You're right. There was well in there. Well above his knee. Not even close. Thank you. This may be one of the worst umping performances of the year. I was complaining about Lentz. This guy's terrible too. Trevor Walls is up in 2 batters. Somebody give him some medication. She thought Lentz was bad. Oh boy. Walls is going to get sent to the moon. Sean Armstrong, the old opener for the Rays. One of them. Not the original, but one of them. Not one of the originals either. Later down the line. Ryan Stanek and Diego Castillo were the openers. The originals. Well, Sergio Ramos technically, but he didn't last long in that role. Damn it. You work the count, you get it all the way back, and then he strikes him out.
Face 5 minutes, 3 strikeouts.
You're really gonna let Milner get through 2 innings and not get a single hit? No, nope. As I said, that Bruce Bochy is gonna come replace him. Why would you?
It'll make the pitching change. We'll be back in a moment.
Dylan's Ale House really has everything we need. Good food, good beer, plus every sport on TV. Every sport, every single sport. All the sports and great food at Dylan's Ale House.
Yeah, this inning is a bust. The 8th, good luck. Unless Caballero comes in, then maybe. So your best bet is the 9th. Which will probably be Loud, Diaz, and Aranda. And if you get that far, Caminero. Although Mangum, I would assume, is staying in the game in center.
Same game parlay from Bet 365 just keeps getting better. That's correct. It's now even easier to create your own unique bet. You could choose any market on picks, money line, totals, home runs.
I really think that
The choice is truly yours.
I don't know about Meisner's eligibility, but I think that Simpson is a better option to have up than Meisner right now.
MLB Tonight brings you closer to the biggest plays and reactions to the moments that matter most. MLB Tonight only
I mean, I think when DeLuca comes back, Meisner is the first one down, regardless.
Pitchers strike out 10 batters.
Ultimately, I think what it's going to come down to is I think Christopher Morel at some point in time is going to get waived.
Great stretch of good starting.
My score is not updated once.
Pepe gave up 2 runs in 6. Kelly handled the bullpen touch for the home run. Rays are
There we
down
go. But it's not it's the 8th. Or it's the bottom of the 7th, I mean.
And that pitch a little close there, a foul ball.
and a sweeper. That pitch is meant to get down and away. That's way up on Armstrong.
I never liked Sean Armstrong. Thought he was a little overrated. He never got it done when he needed to.
Sweeper. Pitching only uses 20% of the time.
He was alright in the opener role, and that was about it.
Cutter.
Armstrong in the game last night. Rays won 5-4. That's the 8th inning. Picked up a couple strikeouts. 1, 2, 3, 3.
Ooh, fouled it right off a bad place. A really, really bad place. Same place that JT Realmuto took a ball yesterday. Well, if you had kids already, then you better love them more dearly because they're going to be the last ones you've had. Tell it how it is. Yeah, it's not your quad, bud. We know where it was. You don't need to show it. Please don't show it again. Please don't show it again. I'm not watching if they show it again.
Do you think they all flinched?
Oh, no question. No question.
Apparently, JT Realmuto had to be helped off the field yesterday. What do you if a player's on the IL for that? What do you call? What do you call that? Just call. I mean, in hockey, it's a lower body injury. In baseball, what do you say? Groin?
It's gonna be with him all night.
Groin? Infertility affects 1 in every 3 MLB catchers. Not a real stat. But maybe it is. Brutal. And swing and miss.
3 strikeouts in the inning, 10 of the game for Texas pitching. 3-1 Texas.
So we got a common error home run in the second. That was the first hit of the game. We've had a double, a single, and that's it since. And have scored no runs in that span. All right, Jake Mangum remains at center. Yeah, this is gonna come down to. I would assume. I have no idea, honestly. I mean, you've got Walls, Jansen, and Lowe in the 8th. That's gonna be crazy. I can't give you too much away, but I am looking forward to that game at Bristol, and you'll see why in a couple of days. I have a vlog coming out on this channel, and it's a pretty cool vlog. I liked it. I think it's one of my better vlogs. I hope you would agree.
Highlights and the breakout of tonight's game all on Rays Live the postgame.
I'm going to have some more fun vlogs later in the season.
Josh Smith, leadoff man, talented right back, helmet in the process.
Orzi's still in as expected. Mangum's in center.
They've got out there in center field after hitting for Meisner.
Off of Lau's glove.
Smith is aboard. Reaching out for that one, but could not get there.
The other thing the scorebook does is it makes sure that I watch till the end of the game, because if I start scoring, I can't stop, because then it looks incomplete, and then if the Rays come back and win and I don't have it in the scorebook, then that's dumb. So it gives me, I have a commitment to watch the end of this game, even if I know it's going to be a loss, because crazy things have happened.
Langford today has struck out, walked, and has grounded out.
No, that time he's safe. Not even a question. Yeah, you're not challenged. Don't challenge. Don't try to challenge.
Boy, he got a good jump too. Right before Orzi was headed to the plate, he was already moving, and that allowed him to get in there.
Yeah, Tag didn't even touch him.
Turns out plenty of time. Trying to keep the tag on it as long as he could, just in case. Roper fights it off, foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
See, if I were there, I would start talking so much smack to the Rangers fans. So, how are your football and hockey and basketball teams doing, bud? They call us Tampa Bay down here. You might have heard of that before because we actually win championships. You got the one World Series, congratulations, but sports that your city cares about can't do jack shh. Keep it family friendly. Nice strikeout.
A really nice job by Orsi. Look at how he's got that little split grip and stays behind it very well. That's so much
Man, it's almost 10 o'clock, dude.
two strikes especially. Trying to stay off of that pitch that stays in the zone for so long.
And it's not even the bottom of the eighth.
It's always a special. He's got an outstanding changeup.
The rain delay game the other day. It walked Seager? Okay. That's probably smart.
Well, you got the dangerous bat of Seager, of course. Put him on, and now you've got the double play in order.
The rain delayed game the other day was over at 10:15. This game is not going to be over at 10:15. This has been a long one.
That's exactly why I want that little cutter away from Orsi. Wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, 7:36 start time, yes. Probably going to be done in 2.5.
Go with a nasty changeup and had him just pull him. I'll tell you what, the last two that he had thrown have been the best two of his outing. Look at that, just take off.
There's the jump, 2 strikes. Bouncing ball to foul. Well, coming into this game, the Rays had won 11-14, and the Rangers had lost 11-15. Right now, Texas up 3-1 at the top of the 8th.
There you go. Nice catch. 2 out.
Suda is due, but we will have a pinch hitter for him. With the right-hander Rosie. Evan Carter will pinch hit. Carter started in center field in last night's game. 1 for 4. The Braves conference on the mound. So a big spot here. The left-handed bat Carter on the pinch hit. And the Rays already down by 2 runs. 2 shots left. Suda left it. Smith second base. Seager first. Carter in the batter's box. Upstairs.
Man, that long meeting, and then he throws a ball immediately.
He got the final out in the 7th. With the Blacks left in the bullpen, will have to be for Texas.
Oh, swing and a miss. That's a good pitch. I trust Orsi. Maybe I shouldn't, but he's proven himself over the course of the season. That splitter is wicked.
2-2.
Ooh, swing and a miss. Nice.
We all love the big moment. The big moment doesn't start with a big result. It starts.
Or is he threw 23 pitches and got got 4 outs. Kevin Kelly threw 23 pitches and got 2 outs.
There's no better place to parlay than Caesar Sportsbook. For quick picks, you can tap right into pre-built, ready-to-bet parlays right from the home screen. And if you miss tip-off, no worries. You can play same-game parlays live during the action. Plus, it's never been easier to
How many batters did he face?
so you can keep up with all the action. Caesar Sportsbook, proud partner of the
Sorry, I'm throwing off my score thing that's already wrong for a second to figure this out. Oh, we did walk a guy. I missed that. Oh, the intentional walk. Okay. All right. You got 6 outs to work with here, fellas. It's only a two. It feels like a lot more. It's only a 2-run game. Those are 3 dominant pitchers right there. They better win 2 or 3 in this series against the Marlins. Citrus series. Not that tiebreakers really matter in that one, because Miami sucks and it's a different league. So I was at Marlins Park last year. I was on the field. I was got a whole tour of the stadium, a private tour. So I was the only one there on a Monday at noon. So I got a private tour of Marlins Park, which is obviously not where this series is being played, but it's against the team that plays there. Beautiful stadium. Ah, the switch hitter who can't hit from either side is hitting a high fly ball to the left that's out. So thanks for proving me right. Oh, I guess the intention is not to win the game in the 8th. We're just going to push it to the 9th. Because I am otherwise shocked that Caballero hasn't come in. I mean, either of these last 2 batters, because then you can just put the backup. You can just put Ties in. Like, you can pitch hit Jansen with Caballero and then put ties in after. Or you could have just done Caballero for Walls, who just popped out on the first pitch to left field. Just saying. You got two guys that are hitting below 200. And it's the 8th inning and a 2-run game. Well, they're going to be back to one game outside of a playoff spot again. But if they keep winning series, I tell myself that eventually they'll be in one of those wild card spots. Maybe at some point in this long 162 game season. And then every time they get close, they start losing, or they lose a big game. I mean, obviously the Phillies getting destroyed by the Blue Jays doesn't help anybody.
Off the end of that bat. Right there, just trying to foul that thing off, trying to stay alive on the pitch that he saw close.
Is that Curtis Mead grabbing a bat for who? 6-3.
If you have chronic joint or back pain, this is probably where you spend your time. Might we suggest a better destination that's close to home?
No runs since the second.
Designed the surgical implants that are now used around the world, and where you'll be cared for by the same doctor.
It feels like an average Rays game. It felt like a loss from the 5th inning onward.
Here, RWJ Barnabas Health.
Can't get enough baseball? The MLB Network today is 15 live out-of-market games a week and 24/7 access.
They just have to figure out how to hit with every part of their lineup, at least the top 6, against any pitcher, against the good pitchers. Josh Lowe going 0 for 4 doesn't help. Brandon Lau hit a double. Got to third on a wild pitch. Diaz was walked, and then Aranda struck out. Caminero flew out in foul territory, and then Meisner struck out. Taylor Walls got on with a single, and Jansen struck out, and then Lowe lined out to second. And they haven't gotten a hit since Taylor Walls in the 5th. 1-2-3 in the 6th, 1-2-3 on basically striking out the side between two pitchers in the 7th, and then 1-2-3 in the 8th. Ah, sick. That's right. Evan Longoria is retiring as a Ray on Saturday. Can he play short?
Baltimore beating Boston, and Evans' second home run of the night puts the wild card. Here, Cole Sulser takes over in the 9th inning. Here's trailing 3-1. Marcus Semien up there, a 1-ball, no strike count. Semien is accounting for what is now the deficit for the Rays. Back to 1-5 with a home run in the 4th, homer again with the 7th inning.
And that's down. So now all of a sudden, Texas, who couldn't put a runner on base in the first, 6 innings, Now all of a sudden they've gotten a hit in every inning since the 7th. And not a home run, I mean. After the solo shot in the 7th, then they started putting runners on base. And they haven't gotten any of them home yet. But it doesn't matter if you hit 3 solo homers and your opponent can't score.
Luis Garcia singled in the 7th inning. So it's their pitcher number 4. Foul ball. Ryan Peprio started this game, gave up 2 runs, 3 hits in 6 innings. Walked a couple, struck out 8.
That's 7 straight quality starts for Ryan.
There you go. First double play of the day.
Started with a throw of conviction to Brandon Lau. He didn't feel for it. He gets it and boy, gets it there.
Yeah, that was a quick throw from Caminero. Great play. I mean, out of the glove instantly.
Base is empty now with 2 gone. Berger throws it off the base of the stands. Berger accounted for the other one. We mentioned Simeon with his 2 solo homers. Before all of that, back in the 3rd, Berger hit his 8th home run in the year. So 3 solo home runs. And I had the Texas runs. Two-strike count.
Again, it's the good part of the lineup coming in the 9th. They've got to do something. Lau, Diaz, Aranda, Caminero, Mangum if you get that far. You should get to Caminero at the very least. At least get 1 run. Don't give this loss to Pepio, please. Do not let Pepio take the loss here. He pitched a great game. You know, that is going to be a project. That Bristol game against with the Braves and the Reds, that is going to be a project and a half. You don't even know the logistics of that. Whew. They're disassembling buildings. Man. But it's probably going to be sold out.
Well, the Rays come in for their final shot. They scored that run in the 2nd inning on the Caminero home run. They're down 3-1, and they will be facing Robert Garcia, the left-hander.
Well, Robert Garcia, 3 or 4 in the save department, 225 on that.
He's pitched 28 games. He has 3 or 4 saves. All right, well,
Basically a 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. On for the 29th time.
it's not unheard of. That means.
For 2 in his career against Garcia. He steps in to lead off the bottom of the ninth. Swings and misses at that fastball.
Just get on. Stop swinging for the fences.
He's not up over the top. He's not down at the side. He's kind of in that lower 3-quarter run angle. And just kind of sling that ball towards home plate. That one at 95.
Again, just swinging for the fences. Just get on base. Please, just poke one in the right.
That's a nice spoiler. After those 2 fastballs at the top of the zone, and that red ball that's on the edge just off the way, and then he's able to get to it.
Who did you play for in the Cape Cod League?
Where?
Yeah, so did this guy.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Yeah, how about that? 2 on the top of the left side. Senior with a good throw.
6-3.
He throws each foul in.
You know what's ironic about where, and there's some back and forth on if it's where him or where him. Okay, fine, we can have that argument later. It's not actually not on the Cape. It's the last town before the Cape. That's why the team is called the Wareham Gatemen.
Yeah, there you go. It's all coming together.
Yes, what a great place to play ball. And it's
Diaz takes a strike.
It's wasted 19 and 20 runs. Playing in the summer in the Cape Cod, the grandest places, one of the grandest places in the country. And
Not wasting on one young Brian Anderson.
Fouled off.
The further I get away from it, I look back and go, how fortunate were we to play baseball, the best college players in the country, with that league, scouts everywhere, and we get an opportunity to play in the idyllic Cape Cod in the summer. Beautiful.
He lifts it down the right field side.
Foul.
Out of play.
So much hard contact that just hasn't gotten out.
He's limited to just the 3 hits. Taking the first 2 games of this series, 5-1 and 5-4. They're down 3-1.
Oh, way outside.
1 ball, 2 strikes, and now they're finally 2 outs.
There you go, through. That's how it starts.
Looks like a change up right there and rolls over it.
That's all you need. Just put the ball in play.
Get Jonathan around into the plate. Of course, you got Cameron Arrow camping out in the on-deck circle.
Yes, just get. All right, Aranda. You're 0 for 3. Get on.
For 3 tonight.
Ball 1.
Upstairs. Ball, no strikes. Aranda, the 7 home runs, all coming against right-handed pitching. Battling the lefty now.
Ooh, that almost hit him. That was tight.
Aranda came in hitting .385 at home this year. 3-0 pitch.
3-0. Woo. Oh boy.
So you get a little tight out there.
There's Buffy doing a little pacing. Caminero is on deck.
Oh, that came way up and in. And almost did him. Tying run is on first. No. Oh, they're okay. Caballero's coming in for a ronda. Smart. Good move. Good move. I don't know why I thought. Oh wait, Caballero's in for Yandy actually. Okay, that's odd. I would have assumed a ronda. Yeah.
So Caballero runs at second. The runner at first.
I would assume that's to. Well, I don't know. The runner on first is the only one that really matters. If he scores, it's a tie game. I would have put Caballero in for a ronda. You got Mangum after this, though. That's where I like where they're at. Because he can put the ball in play. And that might be all you need. I mean, it's lefty on righty. Just blast this one, dude. Foul.
Loses the bat and almost lost his helmet with that swing. 1-2.
Yeah, he was going for it all there. Bat hit the ump. Man. He's getting beat up, this guy. Probably for all the bad calls he's made the entire game.
I'm sure he's okay.
He's smiling.
Yep.
Everybody behind home plate today has taken a massive beating.
All set. See the count on Caballero. Caballero at second.
They're not even holding Aranda on. Anything deep could score both of them. All right, well, there's one. Maybe Caballero's going to come home. That was, I guess, the intention behind that. So first and second. Man, what a player. What a player. Winning run on first. Tying run is on second. Come on, kid. Nah. Ronda didn't even get to third. And Christopher Morel.
seventh spot tonight, and 0 for 3 will be the hitter against Garcia. First time they have matched up. Garcia and Morel. Swung on and missed. Just a little bit of that one right.
I'm going to take away the score because it is still wrong. And I don't feel like continuing to update it. Yeah, not a fan. Not a fan. Because what happens? Morel, if he walks, you have walls. Because Caballero just ran. No. Not in time. Wow. Are they going to call that an error or a hit? I feel like that's an error. Yeah, he looked at second before he looked at first, but Morel, the one thing you can't say is that he's not fast. He is fast. Alright. Taylor Walls, ladies and gentlemen. The game comes down to Taylor freaking Walls. Who is 165 against right-handed pitching. But he's going righty here. Oh, that left-handed pitch. Sorry, 224 against left-handed pitching. It's not... Whatever. What can you say? And he does have a 261 average with bases loaded in his career. Yeah, that was in there. Come on, just get the one run home, please. Just get the one run home and let's figure it out in the 10th. Or just, I don't know. Find the way, find the way, find the way. Find the way. They found a way. Oh! They found a way for both! No shot! No shot! Are you kidding me? Wow, what a defensive lapse. What an absolute defensive lapse of judgment. Everything went so horribly wrong for the Texas Rangers there. Sometimes that's just how you have to win baseball games. You just take what they give you. Sometimes you don't win baseball games, you let the other team lose them. What are they taking a look at? It was very obviously safe. It was very obviously safe. Come on now. Do not end a game like that. Taylor freaking Walls. Taylor freaking Walls. This team is different. I mean, the play from second the first baseman is nowhere, and Caminero just, like, comes home. Like, the play, okay, you don't have the play at first. That ball needs to come home. The catcher is the only one playing his natural position. That's a World Series champion making that stupid play right there. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Wow. Wow. This is not a game that the Rays should have or could have won.
Taylor, you continually find yourself in these spots, clutch situations to try and win a ball game.
Wow.
That final at bat. Honestly,
Well, Gatorade bath.
I saw him coming. I tried not to warn you. Take me through that final sequence. Not just you getting the hit, nobody covering first, but the heads-up play by Caminero there to come around and score. Yeah, just trying to put long play.
That's nuts.
Really, probably the changeup is the best place to hit besides the last one. When he got a 2 strikes, he tried to put it, letting him a chance. And that's an unbelievable base running play by Cammy there. Just being alert, I actually saw him with a huge lead on there in second when he got 1-2. So,
What's crazy is the third base coach, watching it again, the third base coach started to give him the runaround and then tried to put up a stop sign, but he's already darting for home. So he hesitates for a split second, and then he takes off and goes home. That could have been a disaster, but you get a smart player like that just reads the play and knows what's happening and understands where the play is. That's what you need. That's a franchise play right there that you need if you're going to win anything. You need guys like that. And there he is. Cole Sulser gets the win. Cole Sulser gets the win. Taylor Walls scores 2 winning runs. Gets 2 RBIs in a 2-for-4 day from the 8th spot in the order. Whose ball club is this? Anybody who bet on the Rays coming into this inning, if there is anybody that did that, just made a fortune.
I was just trying to be a good teammate to him, He's been struggling a little bit, and I was just trying to be that teammate for him.
Well, I'm going to watch this post-game show. The whole thing. Because when I'm wired up like this, that's all I'm interested in doing at this point. So that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys very much for watching, and peace out, broskies. Let's go. Let's go, Rays. Walk it off in the bottom of the 9th. 3 runs. 4